Okay, so Charlie, now we're in pedalboard land, kind of a modest pedalboard. What's all going on here?
Crybaby. This is an aluminum Falcon, which is Piedmont Electronics clone.
Yeah. And you're not taking any chances on losing those settings.
You know what, man? My toes always kick the buttons,
yeah.
and I've threatened for years to buy the the drawers and the.
Yeah.
I just never do it. I
That's
love
not you, man.
when I see people that have the really tidy board with just the buttons. I'm really jealous every time. Anyway, one of these days I should probably take the plunge, but nothing's worse than kicking a pedal on and it's not where it's supposed to be. So tape.
Yeah.
Tooch, you're the best taper in the business, friend. The tape's always fresh.
Yeah.
But and then love Analog Man. Mike is just the greatest, and
sure.
Sunface there for the fuzz business. This is a Chase Tone, the secret preamp, which is like the EP3 Echo, the '70s Echoplex that has, that preamp accidentally made everybody's signal a little sweeter.
Yeah.
I think that's what that accomplishes. The Wampler Faux Tape Echo. I was using an Echoplex on the road for a while, and even the tube tape echoes.
Wow.
And
that's a commitment.
They're so temperamental, I gave up.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is always going to work again. Without some nights, it was like, well, it's not working tonight, so hope you don't want any echo. Super trim for all your tremolo needs.
Sure.
This thing it's got a little sweetener also when it's on. So I taped it down where it only has 2 settings. It's 1 speed all the time, and it's either the tremolo on or off, even with the pedal on or off.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
demonstrate it if you don't mind.
Well, so here's it's pretty mild. It's not. Now that's the pedal's still on, but now since I'm in amp jail, you can't hear it over here. But if you had in-ears in, you could hear that it's a little brighter and sparklier with that on. You don't always want that with every guitar, but
that's clever. That's a clever way to do it.
People that have in-ears in the band, if I have what am I trying to say? If the attack of the tremolo or the size or the movement of it is too much, they'll be like, I'm gonna fucking faint.
Oh yeah.
You gotta turn that down. So
you get a little seasick when it's really on.
And even me, if I can't get away from it, if I walk over here and it's the same as if I'm standing there, you're like, whoa, what are we doing? Vibe Machine, Dry Bell.
Oh, good.
Great company in Croatia.
I like it. It's subtle. It's not too over the top. And you said they're from Croatia?
Yep.
Oh, how cool.
I was turned on to them several years ago by Nick Perry.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a big vibe lover, and he said, if you want a good vibe, you got to get one of these. And I've had 3 now. This is the Mark III, I think, or maybe 2, but they added some modifications, like some dip switches inside where you can give it more low end or more drive, or I just kind of leave it on the factory default.
Sure.
I live life at factory default, guys.
Yeah. Like to have options, don't like to use them.
Don't like to use them, yeah.
One pickup.
Yeah, that's right. This is an Analog Man modded MXR Phase 45. It does a similar thing to the Vibe Machine, but different, because the 45 has got sort of a sweeter, like a honey drive. That's probably what he should call it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
And that's about it.
Hey, if you don't mind, I kind of want to hear what these
Oh, yeah.
overdrives sound like.
Okay.
Try.
I keep the aluminum Falcon. I don't go very high with the drive because it's still really just a sort of a clean boost at that setting, but it's adding just a little bit of gain.
Well, and that seems like what clones do best. You know?
They're transparent. The volume
Yeah.
I keep all the way up just to get above the band in a in a full volume situation.
Yeah, so you can just drown out the band if you need
That's
to.
right. I want
If
them to
you
go
need-
away at that point.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tone knob is, I just always keep it at noon. Just seems to work best there, but. And it cleans up nicely.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to turn off. It sounds so good, right?
Yeah, and I don't hear a lot of funny thing. I mean, you might hear it when you listen back, but it's not a huge volume difference, even with the volume knob up all the way. But it does give it it lifts it above the roar,
Yeah.
above the raucous. And then, of course, the sun face is.
Yeah.
Fuzz.
Yeah, I bet that thing get away from you every
It
now and
can.
then.
It does what it does.
Yeah.
When I want to be gotten away from.
Yeah. Yeah, when you don't want to be in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, it's like 1,000 pedals in one. Like. So that really kind of chimey.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. And then I want to hear this tone, this chase tone bit.
Yeah. Hey, let me change guitars.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, of course.
I'll give you a better example.
Oh, good. Okay, now we're in Telly land or Esquire land.
Yeah. So that pedal, the secret preamp, just for a little bit of a thing, I'll use it with Fender, with the what am I trying to say? With the Esquires, rather.
Okay.
And single coil guitars.
God, that sounds great.
A little over the mountain.
But straight in, it sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. You don't use. You keep it pretty dry. There's not like a lot of verb or delay or anything like that. You got a delay, but I don't hear you use it. It's not like an obvious on all the time.
I've never been much of a reverb user, being as I was always really a Marshall amp guy more than. I mean, I love Fender amps, but just always played more Marshalls than Fenders.
Yeah.
And Marshalls don't have Fender reverb.
Yeah. There we go.
Sorry.